then you're off schedule, you're off balance. What's up, YouTube? It's Bianca B, and I am back with another video, another banger. But you know, I really don't like being in front of the camera, but I'm trying it because I want to do this. Like, this is something that I want to do, so I just gotta do it. But my points are on my phone, like always, just like always. And I need to start using my camera, so. But you know, okay, before I get into this video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment. Y'all can comment anything, like, I don't care. But let's just dive into something special. So on today's episode of Talks with Bianca B, because it's all I do, I like to talk, it's choosing myself, or you know, choosing yourself, things you begin to do when you're choosing you. So I'll just get right into it. But when I began to choose me, I began to lose who I was, trying to make other people happy. So always being available. That's, in other words, that's what that is. I was always available for everybody because that's just me. I'm a caring person, and I just like being there for the people that I love. But you begin to lose yourself because you get off schedule. You get off everything, like, really, because once you start putting everybody else in front of your own time that you have for you, then you're off schedule, you're off balance, all that. So that was one thing that I got 12 points by the way. Another thing that I noticed, that I was being a giver and I was forgetting how to be loved properly. When you're such a giver, I think that every like little thing that somebody doing for me is like a way of love, and it's not. And I can go into that in another video on how to explain that. Another thing is, what's for me will be for me. When you start setting those boundaries for people that's not what is it called? What's for me will be for me. When you start setting those boundaries, it's like, if that person is for me, they will be for me, because just because I do stuff for you and now I can't, that don't mean that you should, you know, cut me off or whatever just because I can't be there this time. And then another thing, when I'm feeling lonely, I began to talk to God more. Always being readily available, you forget. I'm not gonna say I forgot about God, but I began to like push him to the side. If I have my plans to read my Bible, you know, pray at these certain times or whatever, I shouldn't be too busy for God, because he's never too busy for me. And that's just that on that. And I stand on it. Another thing was setting boundaries and not accepting the things I told people that bothers me. So if you tell somebody that something bothers you and they continue to do it, I just feel like they don't care about you. You know, people deserve chances for sure. I believe in chances. But if you steady doing it and you don't even have any type of self-awareness to, or you feel like that anything that you do is not wrong, that's where I had to choose me. Being around people who don't take accountability. If you always asking me for advice and you never think that you're in the wrong, because right is right and wrong is wrong. I ask people for opinions on stuff because I want to see their point of view on it, because in my gut somewhere is telling me like, okay, you a little wrong about this or whatever, you know. So it's just like, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. Take accountability for your wrongs and take your wins. Like, that's just that. And this is what I have bad. Pouring into others' cups when I only had drops left. I wasn't half full or half empty. I was down to my last. You know when you pour in a cup and it's just like drips trying to, you know, going onto the table or the floor or whatever, when you trying to show somebody, I drank all my drink. That's what I was giving. Like, I only had those drops left to give, and people would still take them. Like, they would still take that. Another thing is, when I began to choose me, I was not always saying yes to go places with people when they never want to go places with me. If I'm steady asking you, do you want to go eat? Do you want to go to a museum? Do you want to go hiking or something? And you always got an excuse, but every time you going through something, you want to say, you want to go to the club? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for them because, you know, this they getaway tonight because they're going through a lot. Now, that's dead. I don't care. I'm not going to say I don't care, but, like, it's just to a point to where, like, why you always want to go somewhere when you going through something and you don't want to go nowhere to celebrate good things that you have going on with yourself? That's just how I feel. Another thing, when I began to choose me, I began to find new hobbies again. Like, it is so overwhelming when you're trying to find somebody that like doing the same thing that you do when you're an outgoing person. Like, if you always want to sit in the house under the cover, that's cool. We can do that sometimes, but as a outgoing, adventurous person, I cannot just sit in the house. I will become depressed. Like, if you know me, you know, like, I like to go explore new things. We can go to this new antique shop, a new hiking trail, a new museum. We can even hop on the road and do a spontaneous last minute trip. Come back late at night, and I'll drive. And pouring my feelings, I began to pour my feelings into the gym. I began to spend more time alone. I slowed down on alcohol by like 98%. I drink socially only. That's why I say 98, because I haven't stopped. I have a drink. And I began to be more vulnerable with myself. Like, when you begin to be vulnerable with yourself, you begin to realize, like, I'm not Superwoman, or I can't take on everything by myself. I call on to God about everything, but, like, I call on to God even more now. Like, I know He's sick of me, but I'm human. I'm not Superwoman. Like, I can't handle everything by myself. I had to put my pride aside sometimes. It's just a lot that I began to see when I chose me. When I'm feeling drained that first time from a situation, I have to let it go, regardless of what it is. And then if I come back to it and give it a second chance, like, that's on me. I don't just do it because I'm feeling bad because of how somebody else feeling. Like, dang, maybe I was being mean. No, I'm not thinking about it that way. It's because I want to do it. And the biggest thing that I learned from the choosing me phase, like just being alone lately, is growth equals discomfort. Even though I've been on that, I like to be uncomfortable, but this is a different type of growth. Like, this is really like a maturing stage. A young woman, turning into a grown woman stage. Like, it gets lonely also when you want to chase God, because everybody not in that phase this early in life. I mean, this look trendy on the internet, but a lot of people just not ready to go head on with that phase in their life. And it's not saying that you gotta be this perfect person, but beginning to work on that, you gotta find like-minded people, because sometimes you got questions about stuff and you just need those people to turn to when you have those questions. So I'm pouring into the things that pour back into me. Because if I'm giving you 85% of my battery, and when I'm running low, you can give me 85% of yours, that's what I need in life. Literally. And I'm going to be doing more of these videos, but, like, y'all, me in front of the camera lately just haven't been in. Like, I haven't been feeling it. I'm just a little scared. I don't know what I'm scared of, though, because everything is content. I like to record myself taking selfies, but I don't know. But that is the end of my video of things I've learned when I chose me. And it's Bianca B. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and comment like things that you learn once you begin to choose yourself. You know what I mean? Because we can have conversations through the comments any day. But yeah.